right, what's new is new. Back with another pick here today. This one we got the Phoenix Suns going to San Francisco to take on the Golden State Warriors. Warriors will be at home. Warriors obviously played last night. They ended up beating the Jazz by 3. I had the Jazz -2, so the Warriors ended up burning me in that one. A great win. They beat the first team in the West. It was a close game. You know, and the Warriors ended up leading most of the game, and the Jazz ended up coming back, and then the Warriors, thanks to a late Steph Curry three, were able to win the game. Didn't actually watch the game, but I was following it, and yeah, man, great win for them. They beat the number one team in the West, and now today they're taking the second team in the West. So that being said, got the Phoenix Suns coming in here. The spread is currently -5 for the Suns, and that does make sense after the Warriors are coming off such a big win. It will be at home. They are coming off a back to back, but they're not traveling or anything like that. But something to consider. Let's go through the injuries. We got Nader out for the Suns, Cam Johnson out for the Suns as well. Klay Thompson obviously out for the year. Damian Lee is questionable. He has COVID protocols. Kelly Oubre out, and Eric Pascal now he remains out. But that was yesterday, and now it says he's game today, so I'm gonna just assume that he's questionable, but it doesn't really say on my end. And then also James Wiseman's out for the year. Something I use the Score app, the app, the Score. Whenever I'm looking at who's out and who's in, I notice that they don't show rookies for whatever reason. Like I don't know if it's just too, but I've noticed 2 times now that they don't show rookies. Like when Emmanuel Quickly's out for the Knicks for the last couple games, they don't even show him on there. So like you would just assume that he's playing if you don't really know. If you're just looking at this app, you're gonna assume he's playing because he's not in the injury report. Same thing with Wiseman on the Warriors. It doesn't even show him that he's out for the year. So I don't know. That's just the app for you, man. I don't know. But the Phoenix Suns, I could look with the spread of +5. You got the Warriors at home. They're playing for their lives essentially. They're playing to keep that eighth seed or potentially even move. I mean, they're two and a half games from seventh. I don't think they're gonna move up with only 3 games left. But the Warriors are playing for their lives. They're playing at the moment just to stay in eighth. They're trying to hold off those Grizzlies that are in ninth, and it's huge to be in eighth versus ninth. You'd much rather be in eighth because you only have to win one game to make it to the playoffs. I could definitely see why you pick the Warriors in this situation. But for me, I'm going opposite way again. I'm going with the Suns here. I'm going against the Warriors again. They beat the Jazz last night. I had the Jazz, but I got to go with the Suns here. It's a different team, and at the moment, I think the Suns are a vastly better team than the Warriors are. Even though they're not playing for everything, they are still playing to keep to get that one seed. And with the Jazz losing last night, with a win here, the Suns would only be down by 1 game for that number one seed, which I think the Suns would want. They're not a team with championships under the belt or anything. So teams like this, typically take the regular season seriously down to the very end. And Chris Paul, like I said before about him, he's one of the greatest players to never win a ring. And I'm sure he would want that number one seed because it would make it a little bit easier, for them to make a huge run here. They had the number one seed and home court advantage through majority of the playoffs. Now, and another reason why I gotta go with the Suns here is they're a great team when coming off of a loss. They're actually the best team in NBA when coming off of a loss. They're 15-4 against the spread after a loss. That's 79%. So that's pretty tough to pick against here, and I'm not. I'm gonna go with the Suns here. I could definitely see why you pick the Warriors, and I wouldn't be shocked if the Warriors end up winning this game or covering. They have Steph Curry, but at the end of the day, they don't have much else. You know what I'm saying? They have Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, who, is hot or cold, depending on the night. He can help you, he can hurt you. And they really don't have much here. Obviously they're very motivated to win, but I just got to go with the better team here. And such a great team when coming off of a loss. I got to take them here. Gonna go with Phoenix. It's currently -5. I'm gonna buy a point though, make it -4. So I got the Phoenix Suns -4 should be a good game. Wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors, cover or Steph Curry goes off. But I'm gonna pick the better team here. But yeah, anyway, Suns -4. We'll see what happens.